Hello again, my name's John. I'm a retired cook from the northeast of England in the UK, and welcome to number 3 in my air fryer recipes. And in this one I'll show you how to make these amazing but basic chips or fries in only 20 minutes. I'll also show you a simple cook's trick on how to make them much crispier. And I'll also give you a couple of suggestions on how to spice them up a bit. And for the rest of the video I'll be referring to these as chips, not fries, because that's what they are. And at the end I'll put these to good use in a mouth-watering chip buddy using one of my homemade crusty loaves, one of my all-time favourite sandwiches. You can see the ingredients list and full written method for this recipe on the recipe page on the channel's website, and the link to that page and lots more is in the description box under the video. Just find and click on the word more, and that'll give you access to all the relative links for this video, including our website store products. Okay, let's get on with today's recipe. Okay, it's really important to use the correct potatoes for making chips. In fact, it's crucial. So you need a floury as opposed to a waxy potato. In the UK, Morris Piper or King Edward are your best bet. For the USA, Yukon Gold is your guy. But wherever you are in the world, do a little research to find the best potato for chips. Over the years I found the best thickness to cut your chips to cook in the air fryer in 20 minutes is around 13mm or half an inch. Obviously, if you cut yours thicker than that, they'll take longer to cook. Now get your cut chips into a bowl of water as you go. This will prevent them from starting to turn grey in colour. Once they're all cut, give them a good rinse in cold water. This will get rid of the excess starch on them. Next job is to make sure they are properly dry. So spread them out on a clean towel and pat them dry. Once dry, get them into a bowl that's big enough to give them a good shake and toss in. As I mentioned in the intro, here's a little trick that'll guarantee they'll be nice and crisp when they're done. And that is to add a tablespoon of corn flour. You may know that as cornstarch. Sprinkle it all over the chips and give them a good toss. As I also mentioned earlier, if you want to spice them up a bit, I sometimes add a teaspoon of garlic granules or garlic salt and a half teaspoon of hot paprika, all mixed in with the corn flour. Now you can add the 1.5 tablespoons of any neutral tasting cooking oil. I'm using sunflower oil for mine. Give that a good mix with your hands until all the chips are coated in the oil and corn flour. Right, let the chips sit in the mixture until you preheat your air fryer. Set the temperature to 200 Celsius, that's 390 Fahrenheit, and let that run for 3 minutes. You can now season your raw chips with sea salt and black pepper. And if you wouldn't mind guys, if you found the video useful and enjoyable, can you give the video a like by hitting the thumbs up? It really helps the channel tremendously. Once the preheat's done, add the chips to the food basket and get it in the air fryer. Now set your temperature to 190 Celsius, that's 375 Fahrenheit, and set the timer for 20 minutes. After 5 minutes, quickly take out the basket and give them a good shake and get them straight back in. These 5-minute interval shakes are very important to even cooking and colour. Once you get to the halfway point at 10 minutes to go, same again, out, a good shake, then back in. If you notice a couple of them breaking up a bit, don't worry, they end up being even crispier. In fact, those are some of my favourite bits. Okay, down to the last 5 minutes. Same again, out, give them a good shake and get them back in. But this time I like to add a little more seasoning of salt and black pepper. And in they go for the last 5 minutes. And while those chips are cooking for the last 5 minutes, I hope you don't mind if I give my 4 recipe books a quick shout out. The books have lots of our favourite recipes from our work kitchens in them. And also book 4 in this series is totally dedicated to bread recipes. The skeleton style oven gloves, now supporting our company name, are also available too. Just check out the links in the description box below the video for all of the equipment used in this video. Once the time's up, get the chips into a bowl lined with kitchen paper. This will soak up any excess oil. If you prefer your chips darker than this, just cook them for a little longer. And a very quick mention to the channel's Patreon members and supporters. I'll be giving the latest list a shout out a little later in the video. And they're looking fantastic. I'll give one a try. They have a nice crispy outer coating and a soft, light, fluffy texture in the middle. Perfect chips cooked in the air fryer. And a little test for crunchiness. Yes, that definitely passes the crunch test. Right, over to my prep bench where I'll put these chips to good use. Okay, over to my favourite sandwich, and it's a mouth-watering chip sandwich, or as we call them in the UK, a chip butty, and I'm using one of my homemade crusty loaves. I'll leave a link to the video on how to make this stunning crusty loaf. Right, that's a couple of slices cut, and on goes lots of my homemade butter. And I'll leave a link to that video below too. Plenty of chips and all in the same direction, only because you can get more chips in that way. And it looks nice and tidy when the sandwich is cut. Right, here I go for a big bite. And that is absolutely delicious. A perfect chip butty. Quick, simple and extremely cheap to make and very satisfying. What's not to like? And that's a big thumbs up for another great air frying recipe. And as mentioned earlier in the video, here is the latest list of my Patreon, PayPal and Super Thank You button supporters. And they are Leslie Bethke, Michael Orchard, Jeremy Larkin 5867, The Doctor 1225, Jens K 3250 and Darrell Elder 1352. Thanks very much guys, I really do appreciate all that you do in supporting the channel. Well, thank you again for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe by hitting the circle above. If you do subscribe, activate the bell icon next to the subscribe button on my channel page. And by doing that, you'll be automatically notified every time I upload a new video. And in the meantime, here's a few of my other videos and playlists that you may want to watch. So, until the next time, be safe in your kitchen and bye for now.